All right, henchman, I apologize. I've been gone for a little bit. It was a very short bit, but it was an important. I was on an important journey. Okay, I was on a very important journey, and you're not going to believe me when I say that, but trust me, by the end of this episode, you will. I was on an extremely important journey, a very strange and magical trip. And while I was gone, the last time on the show, not the last time, but recently on the show, we have been covering, of course, the Mersh repo saga, the repo man saga of Mersh. And the last thing that happened was we repo'd his house in the game Rust, which was amazing. A lot of you guys were there for that. Okay. And sorry, I'm just checking on some stuff. You guys were here, but Urquit, you were part of that.
Yep.
Who else was there for that one? Lenny was there. Trevor, were you there for that one? I don't remember now. So anyway, it was an amazing, amazing bit. And I'm very disappointed to see that Mersh is now lying about this because it was too funny to allow him to just make him ups about it. Well, check this out. This is just a little bit of what he had to say. Mersh.
Oh, they took my house. I'll give you this. Why am I still doing this show?
He says, oh, they took my house. So that sounds a lot like we did it to me. Mersh.
Oh, they took my house. I'll give you this. Why am I still doing this show?
He's playing it on Nightwave.
Okay. So here's the thing. The Jesse PS crowd. I'm not.
Wow, you guys are part of the crowd. Can you believe it? You're the in crowd now. This is the out crowd. You guys are the in crowd.
Playing a 13-minute clip of it, but I'll give him. So they took my house. I guess. You guess?
What do you mean you guess?
So they took my house. I guess. I never went back to that house in Rust.
Then how did you already know what this was? How did you know ahead of time what was... He's now claiming, which we have the video proof, it was in the episode, that he went back to the house. Concrete delivery. Now he's seeing with his own two crossed eyes the 2 tons of concrete delivered to his virtual home. Incredible. And he's just sitting there watching it.
I'll give him the payoff. For $100, I'll give you the payoff.
Yeah, somebody donated $100 for this. Now, of course, Mersh did not play the whole thing. For $100, you play the whole thing, Mersh. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a wild stab in the dark here. We'll take a look at this full version of the video in just a second. I'm going to guess that Mersh didn't get that 100 in the end. I don't know. Just a feeling. Probably would have been a chargeback. But Mersh is pretty used to getting something and then having it taken again from him. I was so upset by this that I had to go on an important journey. I'm sick and tired of Mersh lying on my ass. You know what I mean? Mersh is always lying about me. He contacted the police about me for making fun of him. It's incredible what he gets away with when he's on air. Tink, tink, tinking.
Tink, 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink.
So I said, you know what? I've had enough of it. I'm going Mershsquatch hunting, and I'm going to find me a Mersh. And while I'm there, I'm going to bag and tag him. I'm going to confront Mersh face to face, mano y mano. You aren't going to believe what happens next.
Clickety, clickety, clack. Yes, sir, Mr. Homo Trollus, right away. Clickety, clickety, click.
How's the song go, Dirt? What's the little tune?
They call it the Gulley.
They call me Mr. Gulley, 'cause I'm Gulley with tits. Tom Gulley, everybody. Tom Gulley. He does a little dance, apparently, at the beginning. I've never seen the beginning of one of his shows. I only catch it about halfway through. The other day, he did an amazing episode called Let Me Tell You About Bigfoot. And now we're just copying that episode. Welcome, everybody, to Pod Awful. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. Happy to be here. We've got Henchman.
Happy to be here. H2BH.
H2BH. We got Chris. The internet's Chris. Everybody knows fucking Chris. We got the chat room. Hit the like they're saying in the chat. That's Chris saying it in the chat room, for crying out loud. It's starting to look like we've got one guy. It's Chris. And by the way, everybody's got that one guy. It's Chris. It's Chris. That's your new intro song, by the way, Chris. It goes like this. You show up to something, and everybody goes, it's Chris.
Hey.
Hit the
you,
like,
Jesse.
share the show, everybody. Did I cut my hair? Ever in my life? Yes. What is this person saying? HTLB. I don't even know what that means. Copy and paste. Yes, copy and paste. Mersh caught at a gay bar, someone says. It's really incredible what he's getting away with. It really is. It's actually... Whoa! What is this? This is crazy. Mersh is live right now on... Hang on a second. This just got sent to me. Look at this. You guys remember the BYB podcast? One of the worst podcasts in the world. I appeared on this as a guest. Absolute worst H2BH we've ever done. Everybody hated it. It's run by this guy, Quadfather. Nice guy, Quadfather. I don't hate Quadfather, but
Yeah, he's nice.
his show stinks.
Nice guy.
Look, he's got these two old freaks on with him. This is Mersh. Look at this. This is live right now.
Nailed him with. There's some ammo there.
Wow.
I just want to be that tall just once.
He's talking about me.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I'm in a wheelchair. I don't know.
Wow, this is incredible. So we just accidentally tuned in there. I guess Mersh is daydreaming about being me right now.
Or any day now.
But can't you just put the wheelchair on bigger wheels?
Yeah, see, Quadfather's
You
I
know,
like your attitude.
Like those old-
Quadfather's a pretend cripple. This is the oh my god, look at Mersh. Look at his arms.
Bingo.
So this is one of those. This is one of your classic StreamYard shows. They've got a QR code. One of the worst things you can ever have. And you're like, do I have my? Yeah, look at that. We got competing QR codes going on right now. I can't believe it. Don't scan this, by the way. I don't remember what it is, but it's probably not good. Anyway, so it's one of these QR code shows.
Scan it.
Yeah, do scan it.
I'm
Actually,
sorry.
it absolutely. Don't be sorry. Jump in. I don't know. Let's just see what they're saying. I want to watch that clip that I was just playing, but let's check this
for
out.
me. I'm
Right,
racist.
it's Trump's. It's Trump's America again. So I guess we could do those things all over.
It's allowed now.
Okay, and you can see this is the worst pod. Thanks for making it. You can't make it better, by the way. This is not Mersh's fault. You can be the greatest entertainer ever. Moi. And you can go on there and you can do your hardest and you can play around with them and, pull their leg and give them a little sock in the eye, and nothing wakes these guys up. Last time I was there were two different co-hosts. He's got brand new meth addicts just sitting there staring. This guy, this poor crippled idiot. And when I say crippled, I don't mean because he can't walk. I mean because of his brain and the way he hosts a show. His last two co-hosts, there was a girl and this little gay guy, this little Jewish gay guy, and they couldn't talk. Now he's got these guys. They don't talk. Look at
And
this.
like, where do you want to go? And he's like, we just hit a different bar every night. We're going all around the southeast of the United States. So I just packed my shit up and I was like, let's hit the road. I just started doing stand up, but I did radio first.
No, you didn't. Okay, so I need to designate one nice viewer, one henchman in the audience. Hi, everybody. Wow, everybody's joining now. Hit like, please. Dead air / QR code show. Exactly. It's like Mersh's stream. It's like any of these StreamYard shows.
Man,
I
Mersh
just-
fits right in.
I just tuned in and saw Mersh lift up his arms. Isn't it insane to watch that? So he's got flesh sleeves. Do we all remember that? Somebody's got by the way, does somebody have a goon alarm going off? I swear to God. Do you hear that?
Chris.
I
Yes.
thought that was you doing it as a joke.
No, we've got the goon alarm 6 million. I would never play around with that kind of power. Obviously, that's not my style. Somebody needs to take care of their batteries. You know what's crazy? Wheelchair Johnny. What's his name? Quadfather. Everybody's Wheelchair Johnny to me. Quadfather had his goon along. He's a goon. He's a goon officially. And oh wait, let's rack it up. It's fucking official. He's a goon. So
And the goo's flowing.
oh yeah, the goo is of course the goo is flowing. Guys, we couldn't do a show without the goo flowing, obviously. No, he's a goon. And the crazy thing is, because he is, what is the word? What is the term I'm looking for here? Bound to a wheelchair. A classic pod awful term, bound to a wheelchair. Because he is bound to his chair. His goon alarms are so high up, he can't change them. So they're just going off all the time inside his home. Isn't that crazy? He had to admit that to me
one time. And we didn't have any charities we were working with.
And you never did. Okay, the only charity case out there, by the way, is Mersh. I need to designate one simple henchman, somebody who, it doesn't matter if we lose them, to go and just watch their stream and see if anything good happens on it, if Pod Awful gets Pod Awful mentioned. By the way, go over there and maybe leave a comment. This is BYB Podcast. Just one guy. I need one guy to be like me, and then nobody else leave the show, obviously, and keep the show open in a separate tab on mute while you watch the other one. Somebody go, me, and then you're the guy. Whoever the first guy in chat to go, me is, it's your job. And I really need that chirping to stop. It's Chris, it's you. Astrobot, you're chirping. And do you have birds? I swear to God, you've got birds or something. There's like a parakeet. There's something's giving birth then or something. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, somebody go check that out.
Squeaky chair.
A squeaky chair. The squeaky wheel gets disease. So did anybody go, me? Sticky Jim says, it's me. I think that means it's him. All right. Not me. Me. We got several me's. I don't know. You guys figure it out amongst yourselves. Somebody go over there and check it out. All right, let's watch this clip in full. This is Mersh lying on my ass.
No way.
And listen to this. He's like, listen to how floored he is by this.
Did Riley Oddland?
Shout out former fan of Pod Awful, Riley Oddland. The Riley Oddland from the famous Pod After show where I made him mad by saying that the exception proves the rule or some shit. What did he get mad at? He had one of the craziest big baby freakouts ever.
Yeah.
Dirk, you don't
It was
remember
3 hours of it was 3 hours of me getting made fun of, and he left the fuck.
Yeah, Dirk
That's
doesn't
so
remember
funny.
it because we were making fun of Dirk and his dad was there, and we were making Dirk get sexual with his own father and his father's girlfriend and stuff, and he was stealing his dad's trophies, his grown man trophies. Crazy. Anyway, so in the middle of this, I kept saying, like, I was talking about what is that name thing?
Names.
I keep bringing up that thing lately. With the names.
Names have a powerful meaning, you know.
Yeah, what you get.
He brought up the fact Jesse's like a girl's name, and his name's Riley.
Right, his name is Riley, which is like an actual intersex name. It's a hermaphroditic name. And Jesse is not. Just because you guys don't know how to spell it doesn't mean I'm Jessica, okay? There's no I in Jesse. Never has been. You don't know a single guy named Jesse with an I in his name. It's never existed. All right, just to be clear. And so I said, like, yeah, the thing is, I wasn't really disagreeing with him. I'm saying to him, like, yes, I wish I had a more powerful, punchy name because what you're named changes you. It forces you to grow up a certain way. Now we've been talking about this. They got a term for this now, and I can never remember the term. With a little heart above the eye, they say in the chat room. So anyway, I think this is very true. You get named something gay like Corey.
Hey, fuck off. Boy named Sue situation, huh?
Yeah, well, listen, no, Corey's not a girl name, but it is a shit-eating kid name.
What the fuck?
I don't mean like literally eating shit. I'm not like an Indian guy or whatever.
Okay, I thought that's what you meant. Yeah.
I mean, maybe, probably a little bit.
No.
Every once in a while.
I was a crayon eater, not a shit eater.
Don't tell me you never sampled a stool. So,
once.
well, we've all got our proclivities. Anyway, the point is, Riley got so mad at me because he was like trying to come up with any example to prove me wrong. And I'm like, the exception proves the rule. I just kept saying the exception proves the rule. And really, I'm like half joking. I was 100% right, but I was half joking about it. Like, I didn't care. And then he never came back to the show. So I guess Riley Oddland is now sending Mersh $100. Isn't that crazy?
The Oddland donated $100. What?
That's, by the way, that's Mersh is a millionaire now in his world.
Life-changing money.
Life-changing.
Thank you.
I'm just going to show Jesus, thank you. And then you hear my voice. You know, like the roller coaster he just went on there in the feelings department.
For $100, I'll play it.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, fuck this shit and about to hit the X, but for $100, I guess I'm forced until I start rabbiing it down a little bit more. Oh, for $100, I'll play it. Oh, wait, it's how long? Oh, wait. Up to, and then what we were up to.
Oh, we're
this
doing
little update. Mersh.
Oh, they took my house. I'll give you this. Why am I still doing this show?
And if you haven't seen us repo his house, by the way, you got to watch that episode. I think the episode's called Another Win for the Toe, TOW. It's so good.
Okay.
I should release that as like a separate clip. Actually, it's so good.
So here's the thing. The Jesse PS crowd. I'm not playing a 13-minute clip of it, but
Yo, we all wear leather jackets.
but I'll give them. So
Yeah, well, let's not. Gotta be careful on YouTube about talking about wearing a long duster.
They took my house.
He's claiming this is a 13-minute clip, but I edited it. I know how long it is. It's not 13. I wish it was 13 minutes. Maybe it is 13 minutes. It could be, actually. You know what? Now that I think for even 1 second about it, let me see how long it is. Because again, this man keeps lying on me. We might as well figure it out here. Okay, it's 12.
You're right, he is lying on Wii.
He's lying on Wii.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12 minutes. All right. Okay, you're close, but sorry, Mersh, no cigar. I wanted that cigar so fucking bad, too.
I guess.
Isn't that crazy, though, that Mersh is like so cheap in that way, where he had to add on an entire extra minute? Like, he was like, he needed it to sound just slightly worse than it actually is.
I never went back to that house in Rust.
That is a lie. I can prove that's a lie right now, actually, with the video. Hang on a second. Look at this. He never went back to the house in Rust. Well, then what is this? Check this out right here. Here's the end of that video. We showed this on the show already. Okay? It's proven. He knows it's proven. You can see when any player logs in, when they do anything. It's right here in the stats. And then look at this. He even came back and killed Lenny, who trapped him inside his house. So as you can see, yeah, he killed him twice with a rock, and then collected his skulls and tried to turn them into bone soup for him to eat. And this is not a joke. Like, that sounds like me being gay and dumb the way I'm normally gay and dumb. No, that literally happened. He ate him and turned him into bone daggers, trying desperately to escape his tomb of concrete. Concrete delivery. So he's pretending to watch it now. What he's really doing is sitting there counting down in his head until he feels like he's allowed to go away.
So let's give him, like, I'll give him the payoff. For $100, I'll give you the payoff.
Oh, really?
So he can't get out.
There you go. They did this.
Your house been repo'd pot awful. I mean, listen, I love that he did this. I mean, it's crazy that he showed it at all.
There you go. Your house has been repo'd. They did all this. This was
He said it.
great.
That's awesome. Remember when we entombed him in his house in real life with the concrete?
I'm glad you added clickhead to the sign.
Yeah.
Bones on the ground, or will they just despawn?
Oh yeah, drop the bones next to him,
He's even playing the bones.
right next to his head.
No, the bones will despawn.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Put them in the.
This was a whole stream.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just went from 12 minutes to 13 minutes to 3 hours. It was the whole stream now.
Give him to him and his.
Yeah.
Is there like a? Can you loot a
By the way, I logged back into Rust.
Ah! Ow! Doctor! Quick, I need a neck brace. Fuck! So he never logged back in. He never saw it again. Now, we're not a minute later in this clip. This clip is 2 minutes, which, by the way, it's actually 2.5 minutes, but I cut down a little bit. Isn't that nice of me? A lot of people would add extra. I cut it down for you. So he's already going back on his lie. But that doesn't save you. Just because you accidentally unlie 1 minute later doesn't mean... This is what Mersh does. This is what pathological liars do, by the way. They say everything. So he thinks that if he says that it didn't happen, and he says that it did happen, the important one will be the one remembered by the people that like him, which is that he never logged back in, and this didn't affect him in any way. Now he's going to lie and say something other type of lie. It's true, obviously, that he logged back in, but he's going to make it a win for him, another win for the toe, or he's going to make it a way that it didn't affect him, and it affected him. Trust me.
It's like, oh yeah, when was the last time I played Rust? It's been like a week, and I went in and I saw
It wasn't a week.
all this, and I was like, oh, okay.
So you saw it. Now he saw it. But he was so cool about it, and he was so in the in crowd wearing a leather jacket about it, that it was like water off of Mersh's back.
I just went on a different server. But for $100,
He did eventually go into another. He never logged back into that server. That is true. After he desperately attempted to escape, killed a guy twice, like peed all over himself, ran in a circle, set himself on fire.
Verse loot him, give him the loot.
It's so funny. I build like a 4x4 twig, and they made a 2-hour stream building and doing all this shit. And then
Not what happened. Another lie. Mersh lies.
I logged in.
Hashtag Mersh lies.
Going, oh. And I just went to another server because I don't play Rust.
What is this guy? This is a new type of Mersh. Got a brand new Mersh. Listen to this.
4x4 twig, and they made a 2-hour stream building.
This is casual Mersh. Okay, we got Hollywood Mersh. We've got Spinster Mersh. Collect them all. We've now got Cash Mersh.
And doing all this shit. And then I logged in and went, oh. And I just went to another server because I don't play Rust a lot.
I just went to another server because I don't play Rust a lot. Who cares? I'm a laissez-faire Mersh.
This is the big payoff.
And then you hear, he hits the play button, though, and you hear us dying laughing, having a great time, one of the best times ever. Who's having fun here? Who's winning?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're right. I got the little one.
We skipped over the best part.
Yeah, of course. He's skipping around. Yeah, and he knows. He's seen it already. He's seen this
segment of it.
What was the best part? Lenny freaking out saying
Lenny, yes.
Yes. Lenny freaking out was the best part.
For $100. I'll take the hundo.
Good luck. Does anybody know for a fact, was this charged back? I know that's not really Riley Odland.
You guys owned me.
Okay.
Someone confirmed it's Riley Odland.
Well, here's what's confirmed. We pwned him. Listen again.
I'll take the hundo. You guys owned me.
You got it, buddy.
Watch Podawful. Watch your show.
Nice.
Jesse made a good point tonight. And I hate to say, it pains me to admit it. But when you're right, you're right.
Beautiful.
All right. So that was pretty fun. That's pretty good. But I was very unhappy about this. I mean, honestly, we put a lot of work into that. Lenny put tons of work into it.
He did.
And it was so funny and so incredible. And listen, obviously his audience isn't going to care. They would lie to themselves and say it's not the funniest thing they've ever seen in their entire life. And obviously it would be the funniest thing they've ever seen because most of their day is spent watching Mersh. So it's very upsetting to me, even when he accidentally admits the truth, that I get lied on. I feel like he needs to be confronted. I feel like I shouldn't have to put up with something like that. Hang on a second. Let's see what's happening on the BYB show here.
Any thoughts on Meldon being a PDF? Like, I don't know how.
I don't think he's legitimately a PDF file. I highly dislike Patrick Melton.
Right.
But
I figured this was going to come up.
I don't think he's like it's obviously, look, if I was Aaron, I'm obviously going to go with he's a pedophile angle, because why wouldn't you, right? Because you got to have something to swing back with, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to go back in the stream a little bit, see if they talked about anything interesting.
Seems crazy, but counterproductive.
I would come so fast.
Why not? Dabble Rat. Look at this. A pretty long
just reading
list.
super chats.
The
It's
Dabble
just
verse.
a super
So it was
About Aaron, because it's like,
yeah.
Jessica Pagula, you're in prison. Sorry to wait. Where did I go after that? I think
it's Trump's. It's Trump's America again.
Yeah.
So I guess we can do those things all over.
Again, this BYB show is terrible, which would explain why Mersh is appearing on it. Now, I didn't know that it was terrible when I went on. You guys know I didn't have any clue what I was walking into there, because it's a Dabbleverse show. But Mersh is entrenching himself. He's part of the Dabbleverse. Okay, he's Sector. He's Dabbleverse. He knows what he's getting into with these guys. He's probably friends with these dudes, if I had to guess. So he's choosing to be there, knowing that these are kindred spirits, because they are, again, QR code, StreamYard style, the worst podcast, non-tent, nothing, slopaganda is what's going on there. And nothing else. They got nothing else going on. And it's so bad. This is true. This is 100% real. Quadfather came to me. When did he? I mean, not that long ago. February 14th. He said, "Hey, Jesse, I saw your Ethan Ralph video and the declaration of war on Toe and the Dabbleverse, bringing the Sector hit squad in. If you're around tonight, I would like to talk about it. Are you available, sir?" Which most of these people should be addressing me as sir, but kinda, for a guy who's got no legs, he's really spreading himself for me here. And then I didn't respond. So then he goes, "I know it's VD." Now, he probably meant Valentine's Day, but thinking about going on BYB, I feel like I will get venereal disease. "I know it's VD. So if not tonight, possibly Monday or Wednesday next week too, as a possibility." And then he sends me the StreamYard that night for his show. Like, I'm just going to show up. I've never responded. Finally, the next day, I respond to him. I just said, "No, thank you." And that I left it at that. I said, "No, thank you." I didn't want any part of this show. However, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Am I right, fellas? Sometimes you're just at a disadvantage, and there's certain things that you are, if you don't do them, you're kind of gay if you don't do them. So, with that in mind, wish me luck, fellas.
07.
Oh, 07.
I'll be back here probably not that long from now. Check this out. All right. Disconnect. We'll be right back after this. Okay, got the StreamYard. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I'm on YouTube, so I didn't say the other moral word.
Yes.
But being a moral skull telling Nick, confess your sins in court and in the eyes of God. Confess what you've done. And blah, blah, blah. And Nick did the smart thing, kept his fucking mouth shut till his case was over.
If you float, you burn.
Yeah, and now he wants to, now it's like, all right, well, tell us, why don't you confess your sins? Revenge porn guy. He's going to eat that felony. He's going to eat that felony. And a large part of this, and look, I want to preface this by saying I love these two. I love Gino and I love Keanu. They're lovely people. But those two are going to see to it that he eats that fucking felony. Because, oh my God, should they have shut the fuck up those couple of weeks? They made this such a fucking headache for Aaron's lawyer.
Yes, absolutely they have. All right, beloved chatter, did Mersh really offer Melton a free steak and pussy?
No, and that's actually one of the reasons why I won't have any dealings with Patrick Melton, because he makes up shit. He literally just makes up stuff. I did meet Pat Melton, but he got his timeline all fucked up. And I remember when I met Pat Melton, and none of this shit happened. I met him at Reservoir Bar.
Pat Melton
in Ybor City.
Sounds like you know him pretty well.
And
Pat
even though
Melton.
at the time I only knew him from Red Bar covering him,
Bob De Niro.
I didn't say that to him.
Come on, man.
But like I was like, oh, this is that guy that fucking Mike David like broke. But no, yeah, he made up a whole weird backstory about how he met me, and I was like, none of that ever happened. And I said this recently on who was I on with? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But we were discussing this recently about, it was Ethan Ralph was on my show, and he was asking me like why there are certain people that I just won't deal with. Patrick Melton being one of them.
Really?
Podawful being one of them. I can deal with people that troll. You
gotta bring me on right now.
I've taken pretty much the kitchen sink at this point in my life. The only people I don't want to deal with at 41 years old are people that are absolute liars. Like people that just make shit up. I have no room for in my life. I can't. You can't.
So
like,
Melton, Podawful, just
there's just certain people where you go, you made that up. You completely made that up. And you can't reason with people like that. You can't battle people like that. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, because they're just fundamentally untrustworthy.
Yeah.
When you got to meet Melton, did you ever get to see what's inside his hump?
If you don't drag me on right now, you're retarded.
He was a little less humpy back then.
Oh,
yeah. This was about, this had to be like 11 years ago.
I always feel compelled to ask that question.
You up why? $2. Why did you email the cops about Jesse? Narc much?
Oh, because they sent the cops after me. And I have a very strict policy. I don't involve the cops in anything I do on the internet. But I assure you, if you send the cops after me, I will absolutely, to the best of what I can figure out, send the cops directly back to the people that are doing that shit. And by the way, this guy, Jesse, who's been stalking me for like 8 years, it's gotten really bizarre. But no, I don't, again, I don't contact the police. If you have the police contact me and try to drag me into some online shit, I'm going to go, oh, you know whose fingerprints is on this? This person. Maybe call them.
He's hoisted by his own retard.
I'll fucking send him right back like a lady tennis player.
Yo, what's up, Mersh? Liar like what?
There we go.
I've been doing what now?
Oh, guys, are we doing the ambush thing? I see. I don't stream with Jesse.
Yeah, you do. You'd have to do it now, actually. You called the cops because I called the... When did I call the cops on you exactly? 8 years? 8 years? 2019
I'm sorry, about
18 years?
Yeah, sorry, guys. I won't give Ethan Ralph this exclusive. I can't give it to you guys either. Sorry.
It's not an exclusive. It's on Podawful, too. Say hi, Mersh.
Oh, all right. Well,
say hi. You're a liar.
Appreciate you, boys.
Remember when you went
don't take off,
on
man.
your stream and pathetic, sad, pathetic, and of course,
Podawful one. Podawful one.
I didn't even do anything. Lying about me calling the cops. This motherfucker told police that I make fun of him. He doesn't call the cops on people. I've never called the cops on Mersh. This motherfucker threatened to sue me and press criminal charges against me for making fun of him on the internet. This motherfucker can't count to 5 because he thinks I've been making fun of him for 8 years and calls that stalking because he's a fucking woman. He's spinster Mersh. He's female brained. And most important of all, Quadfather, it is absolutely pathetic that you invited him back on your show just to fool me into coming on here because I said no a couple weeks ago. This show sucks.
Well,
Your show
I did
blows.
give you the Oh, come on. Take the QR
Your
code
show blows. I hate being here. My QR code is backwards.
I know you hate
Why
it.
is my shit even on here backwards? I've got your QR code over my head. Fuck your show. Fuck Mersh. Fuck all this. Podawful.pizza, bitch.
Support the show. Join the pizza fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
Jeez, he's so desperate for me to be on there. He's so cucked into it that he kept playing the fucking thing there for a bit. Let's see what he says.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
I just thought that there might be a conversation, as a matter of fact. That's all I expected.
There was no
Seems
world.
like he's acting like he got ambushed himself, and it just seems like he could see what was happening before he came on stage. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll stay right out of it.
Not
just like the entire rest of the show. I have no idea what that guy is talking about. That's cuckoo meth in the head. Join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. You don't deserve this episode for free. Support the show. Keep it going. I went.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, guys. On an important journey. I went on an important journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we should discuss this journey very soon. Now, what did you guys think? I mean, that is exactly what I expected to happen by going on there.
Man.
That's why I prepared.
Expected it.
Now, the timing, though, that was, dear God, fucking magic.
That's
the
true.
timing was incredible. Thank you to our God, dear God. The chaos magic reigns because I go on there. This was not planned. He starts getting questions about me. He starts what was it? 3 lies about me right before I came on, down to the amount of time I've been making fun of the guy. He calls it stalking. I knew he'd run away. And I knew I had the second he was gone, I'm not sticking around for BYB, the worst show that's ever existed. I'm not kidding. This dude literally invited Mersh on his show because he was so desperate to have Podawful back. I'm like his favorite guy. So that's got to feel really bad. I feel bad because I don't hate Quadfather. I just hate his show. So it's got to feel really, really bad for your number one internet guy to trounce you on your own show and turn his nose up at you. I had a conversation with him before this. I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go on because your show is that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I said, the problem is I have to do it. I have to. I can't let content slip through my fingers. And I knew it would be seconds of content. I knew that. But I also knew I had to confront the man. Number 1, he's been lying about me. I've said this. Number 2, I gave Mersh himself the opportunity to do exactly what I just did. And this is, of course, where Quadfather got the idea. He's just aping me. I you guys know this. I told Mersh, hey, listen, if I get Aaron Imholt on the show, do you want to sneak on and mess with him? And Mersh did a whole diatribe about how, oh, Jesse's a liar and he can't and blah, blah, blah. And the real reason is he is terrified out of his fucking gourd.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
It's a true
I'm going to cope and seethe.
moment for him, okay? So, isn't it crazy to just have quotes of Mersh that are completely applicable to every situation he's ever in at the ready?
Yeah.
It's almost too easy.
It's great.
But Quadfather knew about that bit. So he pulled it on. He heard me say, if a guy gives you that kind of opportunity for your number one dude, and I did this with Patrick Melton too. Pat Melt, I call him. What was that about? He kept calling Patrick Melton Pat, like they're buds. Or I don't think Patrick even wants to be called. As a big fat guy, you don't want to be called Pat, you know?
No.
You want to talk about
not.
androgynous names and intersexual. Whoo, Lord. You don't, when you got, Mersh, and I've said this a million times. I've said it to Patrick himself. Pat, I call him. I've said it to Pat himself. I said, Patrick Melton and Mersh are almost the same guy. There, but for the grace of God goes Mersh, because Patrick Melton is basically, what if Mersh was a little successful? What if he was kind of successful? Let's stack it up. They're both Florida guys. They're both cross-eyed glasses wearers. They're both buffalo humped. Okay, they both have a big buffalo hump. They're both podcasters, pretend radio guys. They've both been made fun of by Red Bar, and they both have dead fucking parents.
I'm a killer gorilla.
Chris. So it shouldn't even be possible for two human beings to be this similar and be in the same space. You know, you would think if they were to meet up, maybe this is why they refuse to jump on a stream with each other or anything. If they were to ever come in that close of contact, it'd be like a Hancock situation where, explosions would take place and the earth might undo itself at that point, climb inside its own belly button, and, we're all gone. So, point is, Mersh was too scared to come on this program just to do something funny against his Mersh, Aaron Imholt. Patrick Melton, was it scared? I don't know. He wouldn't do it either. And fuck, Aaron Imholt is really his Mersh, when it's not Mersh. I had to do that. I had to do it. I knew it would be nothing. That was nothing. That was slop tent. But I had to do it because what would you think of me if I didn't? What were they saying in the chat? What did you guys? I want to get your guys' opinion about this. What did you guys think? In Discord?
When as expected.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Okay, you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you liked it.
Yeah,
you liked your little. I jangled the keys. I jangled the keys. You like it? I go.
Yeah.
I go. I wish. I wish it was always as easy as going. Oh, I said this to my wife today. I was making my little baby laugh. I said, I wish it was as easy as that all the time with my audience, the way it is for every single other person on YouTube except for me. And unfortunately, I guess it is. It sounds like you guys are fine with that. Maybe I'm criticizing something I should. Actually, that was the best bit we've ever done on the show.
Oh. Mersh will never trust anyone again.
Is he on Nightwave right now? I just realized maybe he was live on his thing.
He was, I'm pretty sure.
So maybe he started coping about that. Let's see. Because that would be interesting. And that means for the fourth time in recent history, I was on his stream, if that's the case. That'd be crazy. No, he's not live. I don't know where you saw that.
Last night he talked about, he said he was going to simulcast it, but
yeah, well,
he must have decided against it.
Yeah, Urquhart, you said you watched that and he was worried that he was getting ambushed. Is that right?
He did. He didn't mention Pod Awful, but he did say, I think it might be an ambush, but I'll do it.
Okay.
whatever.
Well, he was right. It was a fucking ambush, but it was also a double Uno reverse ambush on Quadfather and his stinkiness of tricking me back on his show. Which, by the way, now that you've seen that I'm not too scared to do the thing that I told other people to do, I never have to do that again, of course.
I'm Tom Gulley, and you're watching Is This Live, the show on the Podawful TV network. Podawful.pizza.
That's how it works. I cannot be tricked back on BYB. I will never be a guest on BYB ever again. In fact, erase that show from your databanks, your holocrons. Get that out of your system right now. It doesn't matter to us anymore. And I know I said Quadfather is officially gooned up, but nah. Juice ain't worth the squeeze, boys. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what happened. I told you guys this would be an important one. Now, there's another reason, though. There's another reason why I felt like I really don't want to do this. You know, you must think in your minds, you guys, everybody out there must be thinking, it's a dream come true for Jesse. He gets to confront Mersh. And normally you'd be right. Normally, I would be champing at the bit for this opportunity. So what makes tonight different? You're about to find out in just a little bit. Stay tuned for the end of the show. Before we get to that, this is from Night Live Radio. I've been saying this forever. I said somebody needs to go through an episode of Nightwave and just cut only the parts that are technically content. Okay? Now, what I think of as technically content and what you think of as technically content may differ, but Night Live Radio did it. Shout out to him on YouTube. Subscribe. This is called Hollywood Mersh Unplugged, Body Noises, Smoking Bones, and a Silent Scare. Check this out. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Jesse, can we get video in here?
No. Why would you wait until I've already started the thing to say that, Urquit? Now I feel like the answer.
Urquit, you idiot.
That's the kind of thing you interrupt about.
Dummy.
Melton was propositioned to come on with Mersh tonight on BYB. He denied the invite and went live tonight at the same time BYB did. It's not looking good for Pat. It's really not. I like Pat. It's not looking good for Pat. It's not looking good for a lot of these, Podawful, similar sphere sort of people right now. A lot of people are avoiding ever having to deal with Podawful again. Okay, which is, totally makes sense. Don't get me wrong. But in a very fearful kind of way where it's very sad and quizzical on their parts, where you would think they would be a little bit more fortified on that. Now, I don't think Patrick knew that I was getting snuck on to this program here. In fact, if anything, I would say Patrick probably said to himself, the BYB podcast? Really? And said, no fucking thank you, and then took off. Which I totally get and agree with. But again, you're given the opportunity to jump on with Mersh. Just jump on with Mersh. That's content. Every other person, by the way, would eat off of that content for weeks. Well, this is it. One and done, baby, for Podawful. That's how we do it. You're never going to hear me talk about this moment again. It's over. It's not going to be just, trying to make this happen over and over again. I've already promised this will never, ever happen again. But, a lot of people are avoiding being on the airwaves at the same time as Podawful if they can help it. We should maybe talk about that in a future episode. All right, here it is. Night Live Radio. Urquit interrupted. We hate Urquit.
Is going to be...
ASMR.
Please.
Oh God.
see.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Columbia Building 57.
I want to go back in
Oh my god, dude. This is too much.
Because I had advanced courses.
There's all one episode of Nightwave.
As advanced as I was. I started in algebra information prior to. I would have been even more advanced. What for these things?
Some little smile.
Press 1 in the chat. Okay. We always love our Cash App niggas. And in fact, I'm going to check the Cash App niggas. We're going to see if any Cash App niggas came in. Ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow.
I want to guess no.
All right. No, there's no Cash Apps.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, he's just staring. What is happening?
Wow.
At least
Is that
give
a
me
stroke?
At least give me a thocky
I don't know if I
keyboard.
want to do this.
What?
Okay, yeah.
That was a stroke.
It's a fever dream.
R.I.P. JJ Cloner.
Oh, the swallow.
What? Cloner?
The hard swallow.
This poor fucking guy. Is anyone working to save this guy? Because I'm too busy and I don't care enough. But I feel like things still need to be done.
Come on.
He's daydreaming of cheese being poured on him.
I feel like we owe it to ourselves to try everything possible to save this gentleman.
Is he talking about himself?
Please understand it's coming from my Christian state of mind. Got 700 watching, and the last dono was like, I don't know, half hour ago. Well, we can do a little better than that. I mean, help a nigga out. Come on. Let's go.
Me
Faggots.
through.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What? That wasn't added. That's in there.
And if I did. Aw, you're so sweet. He tells me that all the time too. He does. He's
Christ.
He's so full of it. He's a sweet talker. He really is. Soup. You contaminated that soup. You were sick last week. You could have hurt that little girl. And all he was doing
Holy shit.
He means well
He saw a
all
mirror.
of the time. When he does things he doesn't mean to, he's not paying attention because I...
Ugh. Oh, I can hear his bowels.
God. Oh,
Unreal.
what was that?
Crazy.
Fucking mercy.
Disgusting.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Jesus Christ. Join the Discord. Podawful.com/cult is our Discord. It's your access to the moon base here at Pod Awful with the henchmen. If you'd like to call in as well. You can join the Discord, join the call-in channel if you have something to add to this episode, to Mersh's Lies. And I would love to hear the opinions out there because I missed the chat during all of that. I would love to hear what people out there watching were thinking when I was on live with Mersh. I mean, it was, you know, I don't know if it was a squandered opportunity or not. It was probably the only time that's ever going to happen. And I knew he wasn't going to sit there for long. I didn't want, you know what it was? I didn't want to drag out like a particular point and then he just bails, you know, it'd be so gay. So I try to throw a couple things in there. But anyway, call in channel, podawful.com/cult. We got Lenny here now. Hi, Lenny.
Hi.
Lenny?
He be lying on. And
he be lying on we.
Call him my pants because he's full of
That's
shit.
Second time he been lying on me about the crazy rust thing we did to him.
What was the first
one? The first one was he's been lying on me about the time I met him at the bowling event.
Oh my God. Yeah. I
saying that I was wasted and I had my phone in my pocket and he offered to buy me a drink. Mersh, you never offered to buy me a drink.
And he never offered to buy me a Dr. Pepper when he tried to take me on a date. And then also, one of the questions he got when I was on there for that brief moment, you know, somebody said, did you really try to give Patrick Melton, did you try to give him steak and a pussy or something? Or your steak-filled pussy, something like that.
I mean, you do to a guy.
This is what he does to people. We know he does it. We talked to Frank Castle about it. He admits this on air that he does this to people. Dude, I could take you to the strip club. I could do, hey, man, any of the things that you, an adult man, could do on your own, I could also do. And that's his way of trying to get in good with a guy. It is really, honestly, getting terrifying what's going on in his mind. And again, his excuse will be, it's not that he's terrified. It's not that he's made fun of. It's not that, you know, whatever other excuse it could be. It's not the truth, obviously. It's just that I'm a liar. So it doesn't matter that he's a liar. It's that I'm a liar. He be lying on we ass, and I've had enough, and I did something about it. And maybe, just maybe, this is the real reason Mersh refused to stay on the air with me. Now, I don't think it's completely confirmed in Mersh's mind if what I'm about to tell you is true or not. But I'm about to confirm it. And this will be a tipping point, okay? It may, in fact, be a little bit difficult to ever cover Mersh again after this because I have stepped beyond a certain line. At this point in time, we have accelerated phase fucking 4, baby.
Is this going to build him up or is this going to break him down?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. It might build him up a little bit. It might make him feel superior in a way. But you'll find out about that in just a second. Because, and I swear to God, this is a real thing. Stay tuned. I got to save this for the end. It's a big finish. But there is something I do want to play for you guys here. This is very cool. Yeah, this was awesome. This is the kind of thing... I couldn't believe it. This is the kind of thing a guy dreams of. You know, you always want this to happen, especially as a YouTube man or whatever the fuck it is I do. Take a look at this. So this is, I don't know who this is, actually. I don't know this guy's name or anything. I probably should have looked at that at some point. King Sly, maybe. I see that on the screen. This is a wonderful, beautiful gentleman of YouTube, okay? And happens to be black, no big deal, but he happens to be black, and he loves Pod Awful. They're called his @King Sly T, T-E-E, on YouTube. Apparently what this guy does is he's like, you know how there's people out there that only cover Ethan Ralph? That's all they do. It's Ethan Ralph, wall to wall. He seems to be that, but with ReviewTechUSA. Rich, who, as you guys know, if you're a real true cult member, all of this recent trolling and messing with and coverage of ReviewTechUSA I started. It was all Pod Awful. We did this. Feds, of course, called in as Pantsu, Ethan Ralph's wife, and fooled him into thinking that she was actually Pantsu. And he thought he was going to get some troll bucks by making fun of Ethan Ralph. Turns out, Uno reverse, of course. Gotcha. Pod Awful makes it worse. And Feds was on there just to keep plugging Pod. I told her just plug Pod Awful, just keep saying it over and over again. And then somehow, and this doesn't even make any sense, somehow my good friend, the fellow by the name of Ricky Money, snuck onto the show as well. This wasn't even planned. Ricky Money. You guys know Ricky Money. They call me Ricky Money. They call me Ricky Money. Classic Pod Awful character, Ricky Money. And Ricky Money went on there and did something that unraveled ReviewTechUSA. And we just pushed that first domino, and now we're here. I'm not saying he wasn't a lol cow before that. I'm not saying people didn't make fun of him before that. I'm saying the ReviewTechUSA renaissance, it all falls at the feet of Pod Awful, as most things on the internet do. So,
where he was using the N-word.
Who cares?
I'm pretty damn sure, almost positive that Grace has used it before.
And
we like this guy, by the way.
And you had him on your stream.
King Sly T. I love this guy. Finally, what I've always been wanting to happen, a black guy on YouTube likes Pod Awful.
So? What? I don't understand the point. You had... Okay, let's talk about you then. All right, let me pull up the clip where you literally had someone on your stream saying the N-word. All right, I don't know why this matters. It's the N-word, and I'm online in this sphere. But okay, I guess we'll play the part where you did too, I guess. I don't know. This is just dumb. Like, this is dumb, but all right.
Have you ever watched, what's this guy's called? Linus Tech Tips? Now, I know this sounds a lot like me, but this is our good friend Ricky Money, who's a different character. I'm a different... Jesse P has a different character than Ricky Money on Pod Awful. Okay? They just sound exactly the same, and there's no effort put into it being a different guy in any way other than he's got a little theme song where he says, they call me Ricky Money.
Yeah, I
oh, by the way, just for give context, this retard thought he was talking to someone. He totally wasn't. Him and Jay were talking. He thought they were talking about Pantsu, and they were getting trolled for like over an hour. And this idiot believed that he was talking to the person. He wasn't. This is Pod Awful Jesse.
Oh, we love it. Oh my God.
I know. I was surprised. A black guy shouted you out. That's so cool.
Being the culture.
A black person likes me? My skin! It's like the reverse Biden touch, you know? I have the power! Oh my God, I'm not a nerd anymore. Finally, this leather jacket means something.
You're going to get to go to so many cookouts.
So, oh my God, yes.
Until Tom hears.
And you know this guy's got a good cookout. I can't wait to eat baked beans off that were, you know, made in a public park. So just trust me, they don't own grills. So beans don't burn on the grill. It was in the song, the Jeffersons. All right, anyway. So finally, not only is this not a Pod Awful in the mild, as they usually are, we get a full-on shout-out, and he loves us. Not just Pod Awful, Jesse. As if you would know who that is. You know, most of that, it used to be a guy who would say, I don't know, some pod guy, awful. And then the audience in the chat would be like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? And now this guy loves us. And the chat is even like, it's names I've never seen before. They're like, Pod Awful Jesse. We love Pod Awful. Oh my God, Pod Awful is so funny. They keep saying in the chat room.
And they trolled the ever-living fog out of them. And they were sitting there eating it up because he's dumb.
Yep.
So here you go. Let's play this.
Actually, speaking of weird
shit. And I will be donating to the NAA PPC or whatever it's called now.
I remember one time you reviewed an Intel product.
Which somebody's got to do something about that N. in the top.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Oh, speaking of doing something about that N, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Gulley.
Welcome, Tom.
Do you mind that you're on my Do you mind that you're on my show right now and I'm on your show right now?
No, I don't give a flying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so, dude, you're bogarting my shtick.
How so?
The title of your show.
They call him Mr. Gulley, though.
What's the title of my show? Tom, I don't title my episodes. What's the title?
It's let me tell you about Bigfoot, which was my show's title yesterday. And your giant corporate monolith will, of course, show up much higher in the algorithm,
but maybe
and completely eradicate the shadow of your greatness.
When people go to search for this episode, yours will be boop, number 2 right there, though.
Yes, number 2 is what my show is all the time, if you know what I'm saying. But
I do.
I just couldn't help but notice. I was telling people about your show on my show and complimenting it, and then I see this dude's bogarting my shtick.
Well, in fairness, Tom, I was there live for your Let Me Tell You About Bigfoot episode. And as a big squanch hunter, I couldn't believe the disgrace and the absolute vitriol you were throwing out at my beloved cryptozoology mascot Bigfoot, my second favorite cryptid, by the way, after of course Catan. Bigfoot is, for me, I said this in your chat room. I hope if you were there for this, I hope people don't mind if I repeat myself here a little bit. But Tom was really talking smack about Foot, and Bigfoot's a lady, and the way I was raised, where I grew up, you don't say the kind of stuff you were saying about women. All right.
Wow.
She's a big, beautiful, breasted woman. Bigfoot. The Patterson Gimlin film, of course,
Right.
Patty, we call her. Patty in the biz, we call that particular foot.
And maybe with child also. A lot of people think with child.
Yes. Hopefully my child. I hope I one day discover time travel. I believe big feet can travel time, traverse time. I believe it's one of their mystic mountain powers that all creatures of cryptid nature do possess. And you were saying, oh, it's not real. It's obviously a gorilla. Okay, Tom, go find me that costume. I'm sorry. If that's a costume, it is the greatest Bigfoot costume ever. The Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot Patty, the greatest Bigfoot costume ever made. And that includes Harry and the Hendersons, everybody, which is the second greatest, obviously. But
maybe the greatest
It is
costume of all time.
Huh?
It is a great costume.
It's not a costume, though. You can't listen. It doesn't make any sense for it to be a costume. Obviously, these guys that were out just happen to be shooting their own Bigfoot movie. They see a real Bigfoot. Where are you going to shoot?
What are the odds?
What are the odds? They're 100% if you are trying to make an authentic Bigfoot movie and you go to the place where Bigfoot lives to shoot your movie. Hello?
Yeah.
Did you even fucking think of that, Tom?
Bigfoot probably saw the casting call in the trades and figured I'll just go ahead and show up since they're shooting a movie.
See, the stuff you say is so disgusting. I had to turn the tables and I had to do my own. And I went squatch hunting recently. And I will be showing... Squatching. And I will be showing my own P.S. Gimlin film very soon here. At the end of the show, I will be showing my own capture on camera. And it's going to blow people's socks off. And I can't wait to hear your excuse for this one. Oh, it's just a guy in a Mersh costume. Okay, Tom. Spoilers.
What about the Peter Gaines video?
Peter Kane. Now, Peter Kane is he's a magnificent squatching sort of guy. He has the frozen corpse of a real Bigfoot, and he shows it on camera. He's got hundreds of videos on YouTube where he shows it off. He's got the frozen severed head, the whole body. you can see the lips, the articulation of it all. It's true. It was mummified in ice or something at some point, and it's truly amazing. Let me see if I can find that. So
no, it was shot in 1953. He actually, his grandfather, somebody shot it, according to him. And no mummification. The hair is still pristine.
It's on ice. He put it on ice. So I'll show you the head. And Tom has the fucking...
The animal
Oh, here we go. It's a video. Tom has the fucking nerve to talk shit about Bigfoot after seeing incontrovertible evidence of its existence.
One of my viewers has said Tom's talking smack about the paper mache third grader made figure on a wagon.
Okay, well, fuck that guy too. Look at this.
The Animal Planet show, Finding Bigfoot, is a joke. It's a horrible show, and it's derogatory to the Bigfoot community. This is a fact.
It's right. So how are you going to say this is not it's right there in front of your eye? What do you think? This is AI? This video is from like 10 years ago.
It's not AI.
This is that's from 2021. AI wasn't that good back then.
It's about entertainment. It is not about science. It isn't. They make it very clear. It's all about them going in the woods and talking BS. They're talking about stuff that they don't know what they're
I
talking
can't have
about.
this on my show. Hey, I'll come back later. I'll get
No, we're talking about it's commentary. That's
thing.
not a copyright problem. That's commentary. That's called fair use, Tom. Fair use.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that
I actually just for showing the Patterson Gimlin yesterday on Facebook where I stream, I got a A&E
well, they
thing.
don't
They're going to share.
They don't own it. That's
share
bullshit.
my revenue.
They don't own that shit. That's bullshit. They don't own that.
And so then I just took them down off of Facebook since I make no revenue there anyway. Ha! Take that, A&E.
You can't upload anything to Facebook without getting that. But listen, that was a male Squatch. That wasn't as beautiful as the Patterson Gimlin one. But I mean, the head matches up. The beautiful conical nature of the head matches up with the patty. And so how is it? How could everybody have the exact same every time they take a photo of a Bigfoot? There's never one, with aliens, it's like, oh, the ship looks like an S. It looks like a cigar. It's a saucer. It's every shape, every pattern of lights, every alien. Oh, they're grays or they're green. They're tall. They're short. Meanwhile, Bigfoot, it's a big, hairy cone head with fucking big ass feet and sweet sucking titties. And no, it never strayed from the pattern when it comes to that. Why? Wouldn't one guy be like, oh, I'm going to put my stamp on Bigfoot. Actually, Bigfoot has 50 nipples. There would be the Joel Schumacher of Bigfoot where they would be adding nipples to that shit or something. At some point, somebody would come along and put their own rubber stamp on the Bigfoot design. It's never happened.
No. All the Bigfoots are different. The Patterson Gimlin is different than this other guy's. His doesn't. Look, it's not real, man.
Please exit my laboratory, okay?
All right,
because
I'll be back later.
That is honestly, that is too mean for me to even hear out loud.
We'll see you later.
All right, see you, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for letting me on the show.
Trying to steal my concept for a show. Let me tell you about Bigfoot. It's crazy. Anyway, this episode's called Let Me Tell You About Bigfoot. That'll make sense in the future. All right. Where do we leave off here?
And they trolled the ever-living fog out of them. And they were sitting there eating it up because he's dumb. So here you go. Let's play this.
Actually, speaking of weird shit, I remember one time he reviewed an Intel processor and ran out of bed naked. That's a true story. It's on his YouTube
Did you ever see that time where because you kept mentioning the hard R before. Did you ever see when he was talking about the hard R?
Yes.
It meant something different when he said it. I see there's a guy in chat saying LMAO Jesse PS. This is crazy.
Yeah, was that the video you're talking
Do you
about?
know that hard R means? Well, I don't want to say it, but and our friend here, not King Sly or whatever his name is, he is like, wow, this guy respects our community. He doesn't want to say it. He loves us.
So he says, I don't want to say it. Now, Rich, since the N-word being said on the show is so hurtful and damaging, and I can't believe I'm so appalled, then I'm sure you say, do not say that.
I can't believe it's not cocoa butter.
I respect the black race. I love black people. I hope you didn't say yeah.
Well, we said rape before.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so I can say. Are you saying I can say it?
yeah, you could say
You're
it.
giving
Why
me the
would-
pass. Hard R
Yeah.
means nigger.
Well,
have you ever watched? Look, he loves it. Dream. All right, dream come true for me. He loves it. Dream come true for me. That you have. I can't tell you how hard you have to work to get black people to be cool with you saying it as a joke and laugh at it. Not just they're fine and they're like, oh, whatever. They're exhausted by it. To laugh at it. You're now in an upper echelon of comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a skill.
We've done
You've
it.
made it.
We fucking made it. Chris! Look at the joy on his face. Never has a black man laughed harder at that. There's not even Def Comedy Jam. Look at him. Look at him. He fucking loves that shit. And I'll say it for you anytime, dude. I'll be like your little court jester. You know, I have jester's privilege. That's what it is, by the way. When you can just get away with, I can get away with saying anything, and it drives my enemies mad. You guys know British Mersh? Cog?
Yeah.
Cog. So Cog, this is so funny. This is one of my favorite things because we don't even really talk about Cog, right? But Cog hates Podawful, and I don't know why. And I don't even really hate Cog except for the fact that I found out from a good friend of mine, apparently, my good friend Cog's own actual biological blood brother. He told me that Cog is a child rapist and a pedophile. Okay.
Whoa.
So I thought Cog was cool before that. But it turns
Yeah, that really soured the guy.
It turns out that he's not. It turns out he's British Mersh. Not that Mersh, anyway, so I will sometimes on Twitter, I'll mess with Cog just every once in a while out of the blue. I'll say something. He's got me blocked now, but you know, you say like, didn't you fuck a 14-year-old when he's talking shit and then he doesn't know what to do. But here's his move. And this is so awesome. Jester's privilege. Okay. You're allowed to mock the king. You get to just do what you want. So then his reply to that is, you know, these old clips that there's like 5 guys out there. Katie Lynn Donahue is actually the original guy to do this. There's like 5 people out there who took these old clips from Discord out of context. And it's just me joking around, making a guy who we still talk to, by the way, gay guitar guy. Yep. It's me talking to gay guitar guy who offered his child to me as a sexual sacrifice. And I, of course, did not actually. He said, come in, my daughter. Come in, my daughter. Come in, my daughter. And he said it over and over again. And I said, yes, I will. And when I first said it, I didn't know that she was 2 or whatever. What was she, 5? And, you know, I thought it was like an adult daughter. And I even specified, they cut this part out. I even specified at one point, like, when she turns 18, I'm going to be your boyfriend and I'm going to marry her and we're going to have children, you know, all this stuff. Of course, all that's cut out. And it's just me going like, I will. I'm going to do it till she dies and all that kind of stuff. Now, here's the thing. Forever, I've been saying, like, this is obviously highly edited. The video they have that goes along with it there is no video from it. It's from Discord. So the video they've got going along, you know, this is a Patrick Melton style clip, what I'm saying in it. And forever I've tried to justify it. And then one day I'm like, what am I doing? I don't have to justify shit. It's funny. What I said was funny. And you know what? I agree with myself. I stand by it because I'm just joking. I'm not Cog. I'm not like really trying to do it. Cog did it. And this is what he can't get through his mind. I have Jester's privilege. So when he posts that clip, everyone goes, yawn. We don't care. And then they go, you're a pedophile, Cog. And he goes, what? But my flat cap. Oh, no. Oh, I've got to pull my flat cap down and bleep, blop, bleep, bleep, blop. I don't know what he fucking says. His teeth start twitching inside his mouth, trying to climb over each other like a fire in a theater. Everybody climbing over the chairs, trying to get out of the way. He's got rows of teeth like a shark. And that's what he used to bite down on the 14-year-old girl on the back of her neck to hold her down as he cogged himself inside her. And so it just doesn't matter anymore. And so now it's amazing. It's amazing. You can just say anything. When you have jester's privilege, you can just not do. You can just say, not do. Yikes. Get me out of there, somebody. You can say anything you want, and nobody cares. Nobody cares because they know I'm joking. They know. So our friend here, he loves when I say the N-word.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, he doesn't care. Oh my God, no, yeah, like this is the worst thing ever. No, he doesn't care.
Oh my God. Oh my God, no. No. Okay, wait. Before he says, you see, he just played that one clip totally out of context. You see, if you played the full context, you would have seen that I was outraged.
But why is Ricky Money here?
By the way, the funniest stream, I was at the gym crying. I had to stop lifting because I could not stop laughing at Ricky Money killing the game.
Amazing. Yes, Ricky Money killing the game, everybody.
Ricky Money.
This is what we wanted when we introduced Ricky Money. I mean, I can't believe this is finally happening.
Oh, wait.
The chat was like,
all right,
bro. And then
guess who cared about him saying the N-word? Jay did. Not Rich. Jay did.
Okay, so I can say it? Are you saying I can say it?
Yeah, you could say
You're giving me the pass? Hard R means Nick.
Yo, why you put the screech in the smoke detector?
Look at him. Wow. I can feel it. I'm getting the pass. It's happening. It's happening.
Melanated.
Ooh, I'm getting melanated. I'm going to have a melon party. Somebody says Jesse is hilarious in chat.
Oh, not the beep. The chirp. Not the chirp.
The chirp. Which, of course, we introduced to the internet as well.
Funny, dog.
Well, it can be that. Thank you. They can be that as well.
Why didn't you say how appalled you are that he said that?
Well, because there's the difference between the soft A nigga
and now he keeps going,
and then the hard R nigga. So every time,
I love that term.
He loves it. Isn't that cute? Isn't that nice? We're really solving racism. And hard R before that.
Why isn't he stopping?
I had to wait until the month was over for it. But
I know. This is totally Black History Month. Amazing stuff, but
why aren't you stopping him? I mean, Jay's visibly upset about it.
Unfortunately, I was on an important journey.
But you seem to be fine with it, Mr. I'm so appalled by the N-word being said on my show.
The chat was like,
all right,
bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't say that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you seem to not care about it too much. So you want to stop bringing that point up? All right, there. You want to put the pearls down there, Tubby?
Just for clout.
Just for clout. I let her say the N-word just for clout. Yeah. Because that's usually how I get my clout is off white girls saying the N-word.
But how about white guys saying the N-word? I need to become friends with King Sly. I do want to team up with Sly. I think he's going to enjoy Podawful. We seem to be, most of my co-hosts ever were black. So I think we would work well together.
Yeah, that's true.
They were, of course, slaves. Did I never tell you guys that, by the way?
Oof, man. These are not good choices you're making, son. These are not good choices.
Okay, so there you go. There's the clip. I thought that was awesome. Thank you to Cast Iron. Cast Iron got that to happen. And yeah, I do want to, I don't know what, I've never seen any of his other streams or anything, but I don't know if he has guests on or anything, but I would love to do something with King Sly, they call him, I think. All right, people are tuning now because they're like, this isn't the Mersh stuff I came for, but good. Let him. You're about to miss the greatest part of the show. Good. All right. Let's do it. I don't even know how to begin. I went Mershsquatch hunting, and I told you, the whole reason I had no real desire to confront Mersh is because I've already confronted him. IRL. Now, I don't know if Mersh knows it, but we had a less than 20 feet from each other running just the other day. And I think he's somewhat aware of it. I don't think he's fully aware. I think he's got an idea. What do I want to say? I got a video here. I'm going to show you the video. I went hunting and I couldn't believe it. Just like Patterson Gimlin. They went out there. They didn't think they would get the best Bigfoot footage ever. And it's only, 57 seconds? It's probably like 5 frames of that film. It has Bigfoot on it, and it's the most iconic thing of all time. Well, similarly, I thought, let me go stomp around Mersh's stomping grounds, which, by the way, when he stomps, boom, 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 boom. Let me go look around, sniff around his area, and not like that, not like his cats do. I'm not talking about the triangle. I'm going to go to his neck of the woods and see if I can find, some footprints, maybe make a plaster cast, get some hair samples, perhaps a stool sample that then Corey could taste test later on or something. Any sort of little thing that might happen. And then my mind got fucking blown. Now, I was ready for the encounter that happened tonight. I knew exactly what was going to happen every step of the way. I was not ready at all for this. Check it out.
Mission control. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are go. Block rotation. I can smell it.
So this is crazy. This is the actual place from Mersh had to get his car back from repo. Money services. I mean, it's incredible. The horrific Florida Walmart where it happened.
That's the Florida flag.
You probably had to speak to one of these real life Mexicans about this too. That's crazy.
Fortunately, Mersh does need his house repossessed. So, where in the world is Jesse from Podawful? Right there.
Underground tunnels, base crew load and go. Data banks crunch skies.
Repossessing your house, Mersh. All right, on an important journey.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
What are the chances?
What are the chances? Okay, so let me explain to you what happened there, because we'll like really go over this. Just to be 100% clear, this is really Mersh's Walmart where he did the repo thing. Okay, this is really the Circle K where he picked up his cats. Okay, I need you to understand. Here's the craziest part. Mersh might have a point when it comes to, he said I've been stalking him for 8 years or what. It hasn't been 8 years, but while I was in his neck of the woods searching for his feet, his little sock feet, by the way, that's his cryptid name. It's not Bigfoot, it's little sock feet. While I was searching for him, I realized, and this is freaky, this is not right. I realized I know exactly where to go with no maps, no GPS. I know everything. I know the whole location. I know how to get to Royce's place. That's not normal. Okay. So maybe he's got a point. This is all real. I went on a very important journey, and I had to see it for myself. obviously, you know, this is really Mersh's place. And by the way, this is not doxing or anything because Mersh routinely gives out his address on his own show and says, do it, send pizzas, blah, 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 right? He's done this recently. He did this one of the times that we sent the henchman after VR chat. Yeah. So here's the thing. I go to his house. I get out. I'm planning to do a bit where I'm going to, hey, I'm here to repo your house. Now, just like with all the other goons, I wasn't going to, Santa Cruz Joker told me, come here, kill me and stuff. So you can approach Santa Cruz Joker's door. But like with Ethan Ralph, even though he said, do it, come to my house, there's some wiggle room there so you don't go to the door on that one. I obviously have no real business to be at Mersh's place, but he's invited people over so many times. So the plan was I was just going to basically take a selfie. And this was 1 hour before Nightwave, by the way. This is 9 p.m. East Coast time. And I was going to stand there, selfie myself in front of his house going, we're repossessing your house. It was going to be a fun, nothing to it, just like in Rust style. It doesn't even mean anything. You just get to shrug your shoulders about it. But I was mad about Mersh lying about the Rust thing. And so I thought this would be like a funny way to make up for it. And this is, by the way, where your pizza funds go. Okay? It's for excursions like this. So I'm on the sidewalk. I am 1.5 houses down. I know it's hard to see. I'm like 1.5 houses down from Mersh's place. Here's what I did. There's a cross street. I cross over from the street across. I come down the sidewalk toward the camera here where you're seeing so that I can then walk in front of Mersh's house. I was going to do I'm on an important journey. Where in the world is Jesse from Pod Awful? Then you see Mersh's place in the background. You'd be like, I can't believe it. What? No fucking way. It had to be like a type of shot where there's no way I could be faking it. I could be AIing it like Tom Gulley was trying to accuse Bigfoot of being earlier.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up. And speaking of Bigfoot, I turn around. I start to do my little bit here. Okay.
House Mersh.
Now, he's right there. He's right there. I don't see him, but he's right fucking there. And so I'm starting to, dude, this is what? 100 feet from him, maybe? This is nothing.
Said his name.
And I just said, Mersh, I'm outside your house. And then, which is crazy, I've got the phone pointed at him, and I don't even know it. And I say this.
All right, on an important journey.
And right as I say journey, I go, there's a guy walking in front of me. Where'd that guy come from? Because again, I just walked from right over here. Let me play this again for you here so that you can see him, because you can see him. I didn't see him, but you can.
All right, on an important journey.
And it's right there where I go, where'd that guy come from? What's he doing walking down the sidewalk? I didn't see a guy walking from the other direction 2 seconds ago. I was literally right where he's standing 10 seconds before this. 10 fucking seconds. We passed like ships in the night. It's terrifying. We were this close. Now, again, I've met him in real life. I mean, we've been that close before, But in this instant, so I'm panicked here. That's why I just shut up and then the camera goes. I did the classic henchman fail move of putting the camera down. Because I was like, what? So I've brightened the screen, the contrast, so you can really see it. Look at him. Look at his body. Look at his whole essence, his whole being. Look at that.
His waddle.
Tell me that's not a Patterson Gimlin right there. Oh,
was his hand up?
It
at
looks
the beginning of that.
It looks like he's waving, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at
It
that.
looks like at the beginning he has one of his arms up in the air.
This is frame 564 of the Patterson Stroud film right here. How crazy is this? Now, watch this. So then I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get up there, Jesse. Get the video. So I run over. Now, right now, it doesn't matter that the camera's down. He's behind a bush. I can't even see him at this point. The second I can see him, there we go. And now he's right in the door. Right in the door. Just missed him. Look at that. Look. And you can see directly into his home. You can see his little sign that he had to put up because of coleslaw deliveries. You can see how horrifically bald he is, by the way. It's like worse than you thought. Look at that. Look at that. You can see full on. There's not even a Norwood left at this point.
What is that crazy green light?
Oh, that's like a reflection happening on my camera lens from his incredibly bright light. Here's something you have to realize. It is, even with that light out there, where I was standing, where in any place not directly in front of Mersh's house, it is pitch fucking black. There are no lights anywhere. It's so hard to get any footage of anything. And so the fact that we even got this is an absolute miracle. Now, let me roll it back here so that you can see Mersh in the light again. All right, let's watch this. So what was he doing? Where did he come from? Oh, look at his breasts swinging, his succulent, hairy breasts. Now,
frame by frame it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, look at that. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. I mean, these frames are crushed, man. But yeah,
there's a few where he's like very well silhouetted.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. Oh, look at that. Oh
my God.
Oh,
is he barefoot?
No, Corey. I'm glad you asked.
You can see the sign.
No, listen to this. So here's what happened. Now, if you are a pizza funder, you may be familiar with a recent Pod After show called Cheesing Mersh's Mailbox. If you haven't seen that one, you need to go watch it. Podawful.pizza, $6 level, access to all of our bonus shit. So, a henchman one time went and delivered food to Mersh's place. The henchman was confronted live on Discord. Unfortunately, we don't have a recording of the confrontation, but we all saw it, and it's burned into our memories.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Right up to his door, was confronted by Mersh. He was live on Nightwave. He came running out in his little sock foot. Quentin Tarantino would love this, by the way. Bigfoot, little sock foot. He should make a Bigfoot movie. So, starring Mersh. So, Mersh confronts. Now, of course, Mersh is waving around a gun cross-eyed on his show all the time. Like, that's kind of a scary thing, right? Another reason why I'm not going right up to his door. Because he could claim, oh, it's justified. I'm in Florida. It's justified that I murdered Jesse. He's a giant compared to me, of course. And he's been stalking me for 8 years. And Florida is so stupid. Florida, by the way, one of the worst shitholes on earth. Just the 5 seconds I had to spend here, some of the worst time of my life. What an awful fucking place Florida is. Fuck Florida. And that's not like a politics thing. It's like literally retarded. The roadways that are so stupid. No, I've never been to a place anywhere on earth that has longer turn lanes. Okay? You know, you get into a turn lane, it's like 5.5 cars long usually. And then at like a particularly busy light, it might be 10 cars long or something. Every single turn lane in Florida is 70 cars long. So you can't even see the light. And they don't let but 2 cars through. So you're just there forever. I'm not joking. Part of my important journey, I spent, this is not a lie, 1 hour at a single left turn. 1 fucking hour! I hate Florida. I hate the cretins and the creatures who inhabit it. If you are in Florida, get out. I don't care. Oh, the property, they're getting rid of property tax and the income tax. Not worth it. Go to Tennessee. So, all right. So Mersh confronted our henchman in his little sock feet. Here's the craziest fucking part of what's happening here. Here's how you explain this entire sighting. I cross over from this side of the road. I come over here. As I'm walking this way, Mersh comes out of his home. He came running in his little sock feet. And I know he came running because it would be impossible for him to be there without him. I was just there. And I didn't see him come out. I'm obviously looking at his place as I'm walking up. So here's what I believe happened. Mersh saw me park over here. Mersh is so fucking paranoid now about henchmen that every time anyone is doing anything weird outside his house, he's coming running. Now, this time he happens to be correct, but that means that most of Mersh's life is spent running outside. Now, sure, I guess when recently you had to run outside in a gay hand panic because your car was being repossessed, it might put you on your toes a little bit more. You might be a little bit more paranoid than even normal, but it means he's doing it all the time. So what does he do? In order to not look like an absolute fucking freak, because he didn't see me. I'm over here and he doesn't see me and I don't see him. In order to not look like an absolute fucking freak, he pretends to check the mail. It's 9 p.m. Let me ask you guys this. If you work a normal job, you checking the mail at 9? Now, I know Mersh doesn't work a normal job, but he's up at 3 p.m. at the very least. His show ends at 6. He's at home doing his show. He didn't go to Royce's house this day. I checked. He didn't go to Royce's. So he had from 6 to 9 to check his mail at the very least. And he does it in this moment. And by the way, there's no mail. There's nothing in his hand. So he might have even already checked it that day. He is wearing the same exact outfit that he had on when his mailbox was cheesed. That is not a joke. That is not a lie. Little tiny socks, red gym shorts, plain gray shirt. That's what he's got on. Tell me this is not, those of you who saw that when it happened, tell me that's not what he's wearing right here. I saw it in person. I saw it in real life. Like, this is obviously, I'm having to bump the contrast here. But as he's walking up to his house, I see the red shorts. I see the fucking shirt. I see the sock feet. Look at that. Those are the red shorts. You can tell. Those are the red shorts. Look at that. You telling me that's not a red short? Look at that. There it is with the white trim on it.
Mm-hmm.
As the breast, the pendulous breast swings back and forth. What's in his hands? Nothing. No mail. And you know he was sitting there disappointed. He was hoping he was going to get to eat some cheese. He said, fuck it. Free cheese. But unfortunately, there was nothing to look at. He's about to fall over here. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may be thinking, I don't know, he doesn't really look that fat. You sure that's even Mersh? You have to understand something about Mersh. Mersh is, number one, 5'6". He lies about his height. He boosts his height with shoes and platforms and things like that. And he also has a non-Euclidean body. And we're not getting a great look at him here, period. But from certain angles, he's gigantic. And from certain angles, he's like normal fat. And so I need you to rest assured, we got him. I actually saw, we saw him from multiple angles, actually. This is not the only angle. And it's only a recorded angle. And when you look at him dead on, he's as wide as a house. I don't know how he goes inside. So I just want that to be very clear. But he did run out hoping for free mailbox cheese. He leaves disappointed. He doesn't see me at all. And I'm in this horrific panic now. And there you go. And see, I could see, the camera doesn't see it, but I can see over that bush right there. And so I can see the red gym shorts and everything. I mean, I got there's like a pole right here that fucking ruined the camera shot. But I can see him perfectly right here. Okay, you just got to trust me on this. And he is wearing the exact same outfit. There's the shirt. There's everything. There's the bald head.
The only thing he's missing is his outside nighttime sunglasses and his flat brim cap.
Feds, you think he's not wearing the sunglasses here? He's got the sunglasses on. Why do you think he didn't see me walking directly at him, holding a camera out, going, here I am at Mersh's place. It is me, Jesse. I'm here on an important journey to repossess his house. So obviously, this was more than I was bargaining for. I couldn't believe it. But how insane is it to find out that he is just constantly living in fear, watching his cameras, running outside at the slightest anything? Because, I walked directly toward his house from across the street. So he had that on camera. His camera's right there. He had that on camera. So there is the real possibility. Mersh, maybe you should look into this. There's the real possibility that Mersh has me on camera too. Wouldn't you like to see that? I would. Wouldn't you like to see that? Mersh, grab it. Maybe you've got really bad stuff on me from this camera angle. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I've got some sort of horrible secret from the waist down that you can now reveal or something. Maybe you should be looking through your video records for this, but of course he can't, because Mersh can't afford to actually record his cameras. Mersh does not have the footage, and I'm not saying what day this happened. So it's up to him to figure it out. If he somehow does have the footage, if he somehow paid the bill, but if he somehow did pay the bill for his Ring camera or whatever, then he's going to have to go combing through it to find out. Because again, I pulled up right in front of the house. And by the way, then I drove by another like 15 times.
Of course.
You got me like a million times, Mersh. If you want to get me, first the criminal, then the civil, then I call the cops, then I tink, tink, tink. I couldn't believe this, but we got an actual Mershsquatch on fucking camera.
They're cyberbullying me to death. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this. Please.
So, I mean, again, at our closest there, we're maybe 20 feet from each other. At the absolute closest point that we crossed paths, it was this close. And by the way, if he did, now, is he going to lie? Is he going to lie? This is now the ball's in your court, the viewer, the henchman. Now you have to go to Nightwave, and now you have to get him to find out about this and to talk about this. He might not know. Does he claim that he did see me this night and that he waddled away, waddle? Does he claim that he saw me and said, fuck it, this guy's not worth it, and he just slowly strutted his stuff back? Does he claim he was there pulling some enforcement shit on me? Or does he claim to have never seen me at all? Now we must know. This may be the first case ever of a cryptid claiming to not have seen the guy trying to spot him. Okay? In the Bigfoot footage, the Patterson Gimlin, the Bigfoot looks back at the camera and does a little, hi, boys. Mersh may be the very first instance ever of a cryptozoological phenomenon actually trying to make me seem like I'm the cryptid. And I am sort of the cryptid in this one, actually, in a lot of ways, too. We'll see. I want to see the footage. I want to know what his response is to this. Mersh ain't such a tough guy. You run away from me on the internet. Mersh, I was already at your house before days and days ago. I was there. Did you have any idea? My guess is he saw something on that camera. He said, holy shit, that looks like Jesse. He saw me walking down the street and said, nah, couldn't be. That'd be too crazy. But just in case, he ran his little sock feet inside. And then he chose to forget. He chose to no longer remember. He told himself over and over again, there's no fucking way. Jesse sends Uber Eats. Jesse sends henchmen. Jesse never shows up. The ball's in your court, little sockfoot. The ball is in your court. And of course, is he live right now? Let's see.
He is.
Right.
It's still his intro. But,
perfect. Wow. Perfect way to wrap this one up. Will be to see if he copes at all about what happened to him tonight. All right, let's do this. So yeah, we're still in the intro here. How amazing was that footage, by the way? Could you even believe it?
I still need to dissect that.
I
feel
more.
like there's so much.
There's a lot going on.
They're going to be talking about it for years.
I'll post the full video of that into show discussion. Okay, how about that?
Okay.
We're going to just throw that right. Mersh Sasquatch sighting, I called this video. That's right there in show discussion already. I'm spoiling it for people who haven't seen the episode yet, but there you go. All right, so yeah, you do as much dissecting of that as you need. I'm telling you, I think Mersh saw me. And we didn't know what to do. Like, I was going to do a whole bit. I was going to sit there and do all sorts of little gimmicks and funny things outside. And then instantly, boom, he's there. What do you do at that point? I know what you don't do. You don't go, hey, Mersh, it's me, Jesse. And he starts cross-eyed, bang, 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 bang everywhere. I got to pull a fucking tank. Tank, I need guns. All right, how fucking long is this terrible? Nassim, remember? How long is this intro? All these old ass memes. You know what is 8 years old, Mersh? Everything in your intro. Oh my god. Yeah, hey, delete. Oh, he's still a Baked Alaska fan, I guess. Ran away from Baked Alaska. Now he's a fan of him. That's cool. Learn to master the internet. What does that have to do with you or your show? I don't know. Anybody else? We got to fill some time here before he gets on here. Anybody else got some thoughts on this? Or you want to call in again, podawful.com/cult. Join the call-in channel. Tom Gulley, any thoughts on, have I now proven to you that Sasquatches are real?
No, but you've proven to me that Mersh is a cryptid.
Okay. Scientists have proven that the Sasquatch is real. Take a look at the plaster cast of his foot. Now you know he's real. Listen real close to the audio tape, and now you know he's real. Couldn't be a man in gorilla suit, no fucking way. Now you know he's real. Flick-a-goo-goo, a flick-a-goo-goo.
What if you didn't announce you were doing a movie about battling Mersh, and then Mersh showed up in the movie? You know, it was real. It happened. Like, I was as startled as you were when he showed up in the footage.
If there was a Podawful v. Mersh style monsters movie, I would be, of course, the Godzilla. Mersh would be the King Kong, and he would not have a robot arm. That's retarded. Is it starting? What is this? You're on. Okay, I need you to understand how stupid and stuck in his ways he is here. On Rumble, there's a built-in video thing where it's waiting for people to show up style. You don't need all this intro on Rumble. The only place where Mersh streams now. But he does that because he's got no fucking real viewers. And the longer you wait on Rumble, the more fake bots it adds. Here's the actual intro. Here we go.
Monetized, we got nowhere to go.
We all love him so much. I just want everyone to know that the guy actually has some honor.
We are stalking him to death. No. Don't say Podawful's watching you. Yes. How crazy is that? I'm in the bushes watching. Jester's privilege, folks. Jester's privilege. I'm allowed. Okay.
I think that's
Whoa.
What does it mean you off of the planet?
Oh. The greatest Mersh video, by the way. Him and Ashton Whitty. So many high-def images of Mersh cross-eyed and bald.
Guys, watch this, guys.
Whoa, uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's that Florida internet. That wasn't on my end, right?
Oh, your friend, Charles Carroll.
Yeah, it's my good friend, Charles Carroll, and Mersh's, pay slave thing. His Finn dominatrix. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Does he even mention BYB? Does he even mention it? Vote now in chat.
Welcome, everybody. Hey-o. It's Tuesday night.
Oh, God.
No, it's Wednesday night. Wow, it's Wednesday already.
Is that just his?
This week's flying by. Welcome to Nightwave Radio. I'm your host, Mersh. Good to be here with you
240p.
Live on Rumble. We're live on X as well. Maybe Kick. I don't know.
Live on X.
Didn't even bother to check. If you want to get me on Twitter, it's @Gooning on Rumble.
Probably not. He won't mention it until like 2 hours in. No mention, no chance, they're saying.
And as you're filing in,
yes, he mentions it, but he lies about how it happened.
Channel. And share a link out if you got Twitter or whatever the fuck.
Somebody in his chat asked, how did the show you were going to go on go?
Also, remember this show is 100%.
He read it. That was him reading that.
I do appreciate you guys. Remember, we got Cash App gang in the house.
Mersh, stop.
Nightwave Radio on Cash App. revengeofthesys.com/Nightwave. If you're finding yourself in doubt, there is a pinned comment in the Rumble chat. Click the link. Show some love. Buy me a coffee.
Show some kitties. Yeah, time to light up. Yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Smoke them if you got them,
Already
folks.
coming in with a few tonight. 3-shot Tim for 2. Said, what's good? AO to you, sir. Good to see you. Look at that. People already going to revengeofthesys.com/Nightwave. CC and Buddy said, just a note on the silver vine sticks. We were talking about that last night. Keep an eye on the string.
So this is from last night.
Tied to the end in case the nut gets chewed through and they choke on it.
This is from last night. He's reading old super chats to seem like people are giving.
Yep. And $5 to kick off the show from our good pal, Sonic Gino. Our buddy Gene Bean says, our boys are winning the belts this weekend after this vignette. Is it who I hope it is?
Oh, God.
No, don't tell me he's starting with wrestling. Killing me. He must know. This is my kryptonite. He's got me. This is all he had to do to win on BYB. Just start talking wrestling. Start playing wrestling clips. I would have been like, you know what, Mersh, I have to go. I'm so sorry. You win.
All right, this is ridiculous.
Oh, come on. I'm not. Come on. So he's not going to mention. He's really not going to bring up. How do you go on a show right before your show and not even talk about it? That's the opening topic for any normal person who doesn't get absolutely destroyed by their arch nemesis secretly. Okay. And did anybody catch what happened on BYB after I left? What did they even? No Mersh, no Jesse. What do you even do at that point?
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care. Oh yeah, because there's gonna be a few people asking. So we
Here we go. Here we go.
I was gonna kick off the show with that, and then Gino got me.
Hell yeah,
distracted
fireworks.
with,
Here we go.
Outrunner content. We love it. We love the Outrunners around here. Yeah, so I got invited tonight on that Backyard Boys podcast, which is
Oh no! The big board, where it's stuck inside the ceiling. What's happening?
Basement fucking.
Oh
You know what I
God!
mean, like,
Ah,
like one
what
of the
just
fan
happened?
shows. You know, I always say like the Dabbleverse. They just like all
What
the
the-
fans
Yeah.
started their own
Dabbleverse.
shows.
The Dabbleverse. Here we go.
So like,
I don't know what just happened, guys. I
Squadfather and
apologize.
some other really old guys, and yeah. So he reached out to me a
Some
couple
other
days
really
ago.
old guys. He's gonna act like he
was
knew the
"Hey,
whole
you wanna
time.
Come on the show, and I was like,
He's gonna act like he knew the
yeah,
whole
as
time.
long as it's, you know, I got no problem doing that. Right? By the way, I hate doing your shows. So everybody knows, I don't actually enjoy doing other people's shows. 'Cause I don't get paid for it.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
make
because
any
I saw
money,
your
and
conversation
it's
with
like, I gotta do
Quadfather.
more work. You know,
You were really happy to be
but
there.
I try to not be a dick to people. You know, so he was like, "Oh man, you know, you want to come on the show?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." For what? And he's like, "Oh, you know, just to talk about like the Dabbleverse stuff and like Aaron and shit like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." He's like, "Yeah, what day works for you?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't commute on Wednesdays, like so I have more time at my house to do shit."
Why, by the
Which
way?
I literally. There's other shit I could have done tonight, so now I'm mildly annoyed.
Oh.
'Cause there's other shit I wanted to do around the house, and I'm like, I promise.
Around the house. What? Check your mailbox at 9.
So they were like, yeah, let's do
I
it
got a lot of
Wednesday.
mail
All
to
right,
look
Wednesday
at.
works for me. I got a weird feeling. I knew I had a feeling it was gonna be some gay shit. But I was like, who gives a fuck? I don't care. Even if it is some gay shit, I'll go on.
Yeah,
So I went on
I
the
bet.
show, and of course it turned into like, oh, we had Pot Awful waiting to go, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I've made that very clear. I'm not doing that.
Is that how it went down?
Not really. He was
I
on the
don't know
show
what
for like
happened
45 minutes before you came
after
on,
that.
wasn't it?
Yes,
because I bounced. I went on about my. Business. Tolkien said you were saying funny stuff, but they weren't moving. It was weird. Like I knew something was.
Their show
weird.
does suck.
'Cause I was like telling jokes and trying to have a conversation, and they all seemed very distracted, like they were waiting for something. You know what I mean? And I'm like, here we go.
Like
with this shit.
he was a real duck
like,
floating
"All right,
amongst
man,
wooden ducks, being like,
That's not. Here's. I don't think the other two guys knew.
No, they didn't know.
Or maybe they did. You know, I will say this: the one old meth head, when I left, after I left, he said, I don't know if he was talking about me or not. He said that I thought he said I seemed like I knew I was about to be ambushed, and that's why I left the way I did. That's the way I read that, but maybe I misunderstood.
Good show. I'm out of here. I'm not getting like I didn't give him any kind of reaction. I was like, all right, man, I'm out. You guys have a good one. And my point stands. I'm not gonna give that.
Someone says, I haven't even gotten to the Pot Awful part, so that totally makes sense. It was cool how you made Dom Lucre run off of Alex Stein's show that one time. What an F slur leaving the show like that, right? So obviously fucking with him, trying to show that this is exactly what he did.
That fucking stream to fucking Ethan Ralph or myself, frankly. Why would I give it to you guys? So it was just gay ambush shit, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here. So
it was weird.
Last time I'm ever doing their show. 3-shot.
Every time someone does BYB, it's the last time they're ever doing that show.
Tim for two said, like you and Royce unhack the movies. Great episode, hilarious as fuck. You guys got to get Manny Muskets on sometime. Manny Muskets.
Gulp.
Ooh. A Swift said, "What faggots did this?" Oh
my
again,
God.
it's just some Dabbleverse podcast.
All right, but read the other one. No, he means like which ones had them on.
Yeah, JJ, if you want it to happen, pay up, brother.
Messages getting removed in chat. That's weird.
Let me see.
Huh? What happened to all the messages?
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
All right, this one. All right, we got to talk. Can we talk about the kid, the retarded kid?
Oh, okay. So another whole episode about Mersh. You got it. Coming up soon. Okay. Ambush shit. Just riveting content. I don't know what that means. That sounds bad against me. I hope you don't mean me. Let's see if I can get the big board to go away, because this is scary. It broke for a second there, and then my camera shut off. Let's see. Okay. See ya. Bye-bye. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. I don't know what to do now. Well, listen. Will Mersh be riding high as a result of this? Will Mersh think that he is the winner for this one? Usually, it's always another win for the toe. Probably so. I do feel like the end result of meeting up with a goon again, you know, all of this started the first time Mersh and I met up. That's when I started making fun of Mersh. And here we are, passing like ships in the night next to each other again. Usually, that's the kind of thing where it's kind of over once that happens. What could there be left to do? And at a certain point, you know, he might start actually thinking about trying to take some sort of legal action. Now, of course, I've done nothing wrong, actually, but that doesn't mean that he couldn't convince some idiot judge or court. Otherwise, all he needs is a little bit of money. If he had just a little bit of money, hey guys, kick up those envelopes. If he had just a little bit of money, he could finally take me that civil suit. First the civil, then the criminal. So what does he need to do? How does he get money in order to sue me? Oh, here's an idea. He sues someone else first. Because what's every cheap retard's solution to trying to get free money? Being a vexatious litigant and showing up for court cases that obviously make no sense and will, of course, be thrown out instantly and will lose them a lot of money in the long run. So what do you think Mersh is up to behind the scenes? What do you think Mersh has going on? What do you think could be the only thing left when it comes to Pod Awful covering Mersh? See you soon.
Oh, damn.
See you soon, Mersh. How are those plans going? Because I'll tell you, if Mersh had had the guts to stay on the show tonight and actually engage with me, he would never have those guts. But if he had, he would have been let in on a little secret. Because I got a little secret. I know a little thing or two. And I might have asked him about that thing or two. And he might have been clued in on a thing or two. But it looks like he was too scared. Maybe you just should have listened. Maybe, Mersh, you should have offered me that Dr. Pepper. And maybe a steak. And maybe your pussy. Till next time, join the Pizza Fund and have an awful day.
I'm a lolcow. I'm a